In today's video, I'm going to show you how to add attachments in Obsidian, so you can include images, PDFs, documents, audio files, and other resources directly inside your notes. Obsidian is incredibly powerful for building a connected knowledge base, and attachments are what let you keep all your supporting materials, like screenshots, reference PDFs, or voice memos, right where you need them, alongside your thoughts. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, open Obsidian and launch the vault where you want to add your attachments. If you have multiple vaults, make sure you're in the right one, because each vault manages its own files separately. Once your vault is open, either select an existing note or create a new one for practice. This could be any note, maybe a project outline or a daily journal entry, just something to experiment with. Now, click inside that note and place your cursor exactly where you want the attachment to appear. This is important because Obsidian will embed the file right at the cursor position, so you might want it between two paragraphs or at the end of a section. Get that insertion point set before you bring in the file. Next, open your computer's file manager, that's Finder on a Mac or File Explorer on Windows, and locate the image, PDF, or document you want to attach. You can use any file type Obsidian supports, which includes pretty much any .jg, .pdf, .gp3, or even docx. Click and hold the file, then drag it directly into the Obsidian note editor where your cursor is waiting. As you drag, you'll see a line or highlight indicating where the file will land. Release the mouse button, and Obsidian will process the file, uploading it into your Vault storage system and embedding a preview or link right in your note. You'll see the image appear instantly, or for a PDF, you might see an embedded viewer or just a clickable link depending on your settings. Now, review the embedded attachment. Check that images load correctly and that documents look as expected. If something doesn't appear, double-check that the file format is supported and that you dropped it into the note area, not the sidebar. You can also try an alternative method. Copy an image from another source, say a screenshot or an image from a web page, and paste it directly into the note using Ctrl+V or Command+V. This works just like drag and drop, and Obsidian will automatically save the pasted image into your attachment folder. It's a handy trick when you don't want to locate the file in your file manager. Let's take a moment to configure where these attachments are stored, because by default Obsidian might put them in the root of your vault, which can get messy fast. Click the settings icon in the bottom left corner, then navigate to Files and Links in the left sidebar. In that section, look for the setting called Default Location for New Attachments. By default, it's often set to Vault folder, meaning all attachments go right into your main Vault folder. Instead, I recommend changing this to a dedicated subfolder. Go back to your Vault. Create a new folder called Attachments. Right-click in the File Explorer and select New Folder. Then return to Files and Links in Settings, and for the default attachment location, choose in the folder specified below and browse to your new Attachments folder. This keeps everything tidy and prevents your note files from getting mixed up with images and PDFs. Now that your settings are configured, try adding multiple files at once. Drag several images or documents into the same note. You can even select a group of files in your file manager and drop them all together. Obsidian will embed each one sequentially at your cursor position. Verify each file appears correctly. If you see broken links, it might be because the file didn't copy properly, so check that your Vault has right permissions. Next, click on an embedded file to open it. Depending on the file type, Obsidian might open it in the built-in preview pane or launch it in your system's default application. For images, clicking them usually opens a full-size preview. For PDFs, you might get a full-page render. This is a great way to quickly reference materials without leaving Obsidian. Let's talk about organization. Rename important files to make them easier to find later. You can do this directly in Obsidian's File Explorer. Right-click the attachment and select Rename. Give it a descriptive name like Project Budget Q4.tdf instead of a generic string of numbers. For larger projects, create subfolders within your attachments folder. For example, client presentations or research papers, and store related resources together. Then check your File Explorer in Obsidian to confirm the uploaded attachment is stored in the correct folder. If it ended up in the wrong place, you can simply drag it to the right subfolder, and Obsidian will update all links automatically. Linking to existing attachments is another powerful technique. Instead of dragging the same file into every note, you can use internal links to reference it. Type double square brackets, then start typing the file name, and Obsidian will suggest the attachment. Select it, and you've created a clickable link to that file. This connects the resource to multiple notes without duplicating the file itself. Finally, periodically review your attachment folders to remove unused files. Over time, you might accumulate screenshots or test documents you no longer need. Deleting them keeps your vault lean and search results relevant. Just right-click the file and select Delete. But be careful, this removes the file permanently from your vault, so make sure it's not linked anywhere important. You've now learned how to add, configure, organize, and link attachments in Obsidian. Keeping your images, PDFs, and other resources right inside your notes makes your knowledge base richer and more self-contained, so you never have to hunt for supporting materials again. As a next step, try creating a note that combines text with embedded images and linked documents to see how fluid your workflow can be. Thanks for watching. If this helped, save the video or bookmark the steps so you can revisit them anytime. Happy note-taking,